I get it. Miko, staff, Bobby Slowick, I get it. You scared. You want him to get hurt. I don't blame you. I don't want that either. But he needs reps. Let's keep him out there, please. So he's not a top 10 quarterback in this league. He's not a guy you put out for 2 drives because you know what he'll do in the regular season. We don't. Let him play.
My name is Taylor Jackson, aka Lil Bro Taylor, and with another season of Hard Knocks drama on and off the field upon us, Apollo Media is here to take you off the gridiron. Isn't that right, Noah?
Welcome back to Off the Gridiron, your Apollo HOU Houston Texans / NFL podcast. I am Noah Outlaw Football. I am here as always with Garrett Harrelson.
Yeah.
And we're in a place.
Wait, hold on, wait. Where the fuck are we?
I don't know.
I see mountains. Oh, wait. We're in Wyoming. Yeah.
Yeah, we are in
We're doing this from Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Hoback, Wyoming.
The great state,
it's real.
The last frontier, I think is what they call it. Maybe the first one or
one of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know how people settled here.
It's
either. Fucking cold right now.
It's chilly.
Like I can see my breath. It's August.
So what is the temperature outside right now? It's
52
degrees.
52.
And it's August 11th.
Yeah.
So
nature things like sprinklers and lawnmowers and people building house over there.
Yeah, we're really one with nature.
Yeah.
There's a lot of construction going on, and that just makes me feel one with the earth.
Hey, but you know what we got a hold of last night, got to sink our teeth into?
What was that?
Little NFL action.
NFL action.
NFL is here. Texans football is here.
We watched a real Houston Texans NFL game yesterday, and that's just a phenomenal achievement for everyone involved. Let's give a round of applause.
Man. Hey, let's throw a few early shower, man. Man, it was so nice to finally watch some Texans football.
It was nice
because it feels like a new age, a brand new age. Everyone's excited. New coaching staff, new faces, a new direction for the franchise, and we got to watch them play against the New England Patriots in Gillette Stadium, and there's some goods. Hey, and for every first preseason game, there's a lot of goods, a lot of bads, a lot of uglies.
We got to see Coleridge Bernard Strouds, CJ Stroud, play his first snaps as a Houston Texan in the Liberty white jersey.
Yes.
Rocking the number 7, looking phenomenal out there, looking like he belongs.
Yep.
I'm saying that as in what he looks like.
Yeah.
I don't mean as in how he played.
And not to say he doesn't belong. Yeah, he played. He's a rookie. He made some rookie mistakes. We'll kind of get into that. I will say he didn't play as much as I thought he was going to play. He got 2 drives.
So we got two drives.
And a lot of the times, rookie quarterbacks with their first preseason debut, they go, I'd say, at least a quarter. He didn't go a quarter.
Yeah.
Davis replaced him in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Davis came in, Money Mills, and
well, let's just before we jump around, we'll get him later. Let's just start with CJ. CJ goes 2 drives. I agree with you. I think he deserved more time. He wanted more time. That's what was said, and that always happens. The reports came out that CJ Stroud reportedly was begging to go out again. And I'm like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, no shit.
They always are.
He wants to play. He wants to play a game.
He wants to play
where he throws a ball around, dude. I want to play that right now.
And also, especially after those the lackluster performance that he gave. CJ is a player who's had a lot of success.
Yeah,
has high standards.
Yeah.
So of course he doesn't want to see that. And like, we'll talk about this. There's one play in particular that we'll get into, and that's his pretty bad interception. Intercepted by Jalen Mills, who's a veteran player. I mean, that guy.
He's played on a Super Bowl team against the Eagles.
Yeah.
He's been around. He's been around block.
It's
man.
No one to scoff at. He read that perfectly, and the thing is, he read it perfectly, and it's not a hard play to read. The interception was pretty ugly, and it shouldn't have been thrown.
I mean, yeah. So from what you told me, there's 10.
There was only
people in the personnel,
and this is it's all fucked, right? Because obviously you don't want to see CJ throw that pass. Secondly, there was only 10 men on the field on that play for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, not great.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah,
it's unacceptable. But I don't want, and I want to preface this. It's preseason. We understand this.
Yeah.
Not saying we're fucked because there was only 10 men on the field, but that's something that it's like, all right, this is the kind of shit you get figured out. Why did that happen? Let's not have that happen against the Ravens week 1.
Yeah.
That cannot happen.
Well, one thing we all have to remember is not only is CJ Stroud a rookie, this is a new coaching staff, and they have to figure out their shit as well. They are also making mistakes. No coaching staff is perfect. Okay? This goes on coaching as well. D'Amico, he's a rookie coach himself. Bobby Slowick, he's a rookie offensive coordinator. They're all learning as they go. They're all learning as they go. So we're not putting it squarely on one person's shoulders.
Tons of rookie coaches on the staff.
Yeah, we're gonna just put it as in like, hey, they're all figuring it out. Their wrinkles and their kinks, like they're figuring it out as they go along.
Yeah, I've gone back and looked at the play. And I'm not the only one to mention this as well, but it definitely, if you look at it, again, I even think D'Amico mentioned this in his press conference. I didn't watch the conference, but I think someone quoted him. Two things. One, if you look at the play, CJ pump fakes because I think he hesitated a little bit. If he just lets that thing loose right whenever he says, okay, I want to throw this ball.
So he was throwing it. It was intended for Tank Dell.
Yeah.
And whoever was covering Tank Dell, I don't even know if it was Jalen Mills.
It wasn't.
He put him in a spin cycle.
Yeah.
He got open, and then CJ just kind of read it a little too late.
Yeah.
Saw him open, hesitated, then threw it, and then Jalen Mills, obviously, he intercepted it. He cut it off. I mean, he read it, the whole thing. Yeah. But the right idea, timing was off, rhythm was off. It was just I would say that play happens in college.
Yeah, absolutely.
That play happens in college. And, he just came from college. So, duh.
Yeah. And in a perfect world, what should have happened is CJ should have dumped that off to Dalton Schultz. Probably not going to get a first down there, but you don't turn the ball over. Yeah. It's kind of been the sentiment that I think is what D'Amico mentioned. It's like, and also, if CJ wants to throw that pass, don't hesitate, dude. Trust that. That's what I watched his press conference, and he's like, I just need to trust my eye. And I'm like, yes, you do. You throw that damn ball. Now, you hate to see that pick. It's a hard pick to watch. We watched it, and
tough
we
pill
immediately,
swallow.
we were not a fan of that.
I think the room got really silent.
Yeah,
it kind of happened, and we're just kind of watching the TV, didn't say anything.
Yeah. Well, we'd been hyping it up all day.
Yeah. It's just like after wanting to see CJ Stroud play for months, it's kind of like, man, I hope he doesn't just go out there and throw an interception on the first drive. It's just exactly what he kind of did. It was just
intended for Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Just like,
okay.
Okay.
Intended for Tank Dell. The other guy we're excited to watch.
Yeah.
But again, this is nothing. I mean, I think Dex actually tweeted it. If CJ Stroud plays well, it means everything. If he plays badly, it means nothing. Carry on.
Yep.
100%. It's a rookie game. I mean, he's a rookie. It's his first debut. He's getting his feet wet, man.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he was able to actually have that happen so he can learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what this is for. That's what these games are for. And a lot of people are already going to be sitting there going, Ohio State, blah, 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 blah.
Ohio State quarterbacks are bombs.
It's hilarious.
They're always dumb,
I think I assume most people are joking because that's just insane to already say. But also, here's the deal. That offensive line that he was working with was like,
Titus is injured. Laramie wasn't playing. You're not playing one of the best left tackles in the league. We
only had two week 1 starters on that line,
and one of them was a rookie. Was it Scruggs?
Yeah,
Scruggs was playing. It was a makeshift line, and they were. I mean, Austin Deculus. Listen, he is what I mean. If he is an NFL starter, he's not one yet. Okay, so he was getting blown up. All right,
no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit here. No, I'm
just giving him hope.
No, I don't want to sit here and pussyfoot around this subject. he's awful.
He got eaten alive. He got eaten alive. It was a good lesson for him.
Man, yeah. I mean, I hope, for the sake of the team and him, but
his footwork made me want to throw up.
Yeah.
I wanted to vomit all over the place watching his footwork.
It was disgusting. Austin Deculus was awful. Here's the deal. Like, that offensive line was Noah Fant was playing left tackle. Noah Fant is the guy who's going to be, if Titus Howard is out during the regular season at all, he'll play right tackle. He's playing left tackle. Austin Deculus was at right tackle. Michael Dieter was at right guard. And Stu Scruggs, who's our opening day starter at center, was playing center.
And he's rookie.
And he's a rookie. And then also the only other opening day starter that was on the fucking offensive line last night was Kenyon Green, who's a second-year starter.
And also,
or a second-year guy.
Also, at times, wasn't great last year, but did show flashes.
So none of these guys that are on this offensive line were really the guys that
this was a makeshift offensive line.
Yeah.
This is like, when you lose a bunch of puzzle pieces and you're just like, let me just fucking jam. Like, this is not going together.
Let's see if this works.
I mean, that looks good, right? And everyone's like, that clearly doesn't go together. And you're like, okay. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. I lost that piece, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's an old jigsaw puzzle I found in the attic. I don't know.
Yeah. And look, also, I know I sound hard. A lot of people are being really harsh on Austin Deculus right now because it was really bad. Now, you do mention, and I do want to give him some credit. I want to give him the same credit we give CJ. It is preseason week 1, but what I saw from Austin Deculus was just not. He shouldn't be playing in the NFL. That's what I saw, and I hate to say that. I hope it turns around. I hope he figures it out, but we'll see. But the offensive line didn't give him any help.
Shout out Austin. Hope you're watching,
dude. Yeah, dude. Hope you're checking it out.
You need to see this.
I'm not going to sit. But all right, but here's the deal.
Okay. Yeah. Get those bads out of the way because those are some bads. But
I just want to say, don't freak out. There's nothing to freak out
about. One thing about pulling CJ early. Buddy was getting beaten up out there. I think they went, fuck, no fucking way I'm leaving him out here. There was this one time he got sacked. The play got blown up immediately. Yeah. CJ had to run back, and he was trying to kind of bust his way out of the pocket a little bit, run back and trying to, make some room. Yeah. Couldn't. He was too late. Gets sacked, and it was that kind of sack where his knees just hit the ground really hard first, and then his body follows, and it's like, no. You don't want to fucking see that shit, dude.
You know what he said in his press conference, and I was like, fuck no. CJ was like, yeah, it was nice to get out there, get my feet wet. It felt good getting hit again. I love that feeling. I was like, no, you don't. You are not allowed to get
CJ,
hit.
Coleridge Bernard.
Coleridge Bernard.
Do not get hit.
What are you doing?
You do not love to get hit.
No.
You will throw it away, young man.
Yeah.
I am older than you. I can tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Throw it away.
So look, the moral of the story is, obviously some things, bad interceptions, this, that. Don't freak out. It's preseason week 1. The only person who should be freaking out and might need to get a new job is Austin Deculus. That's pretty much the only one.
You should be freaking out, Sonny.
You might
not make the team, Sonny.
He might need to get ready to fucking
get my quarterback.
Hey, buddy, you better start learning Chinese, buddy.
Wait. All right, Adam Silver. Let's first early impressions. Not great, but you know what? You know what was great? That defense. This defense looks really well coached, bro.
Yeah, it does.
Really well coached. They're flying around.
Yeah, they're swarming.
Yeah. They are the defensive line, and the front seven was eating up the O-line, the Patriots O-line. I mean, I don't know what starters. Wouldn't pay attention to what starters were starting for the Patriots. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't even know what their starting O-line is going to look like week 1. But they're eating them up.
Yeah,
they were doing really well.
They were, and it looked good. And here's the thing, going into that game, if anyone was going to stand out, if any position group or any side of the football, I should say, was going to stand out, it should be the defense.
Yeah,
with D'Amico coming in, look, man, that's his bread and butter. We all know this, and so the defense better show out, and they did. They looked good.
Yeah. They look immediately like they are just that they have a different, I don't want to talk about last year too much, but that team was not well coached.
Mm-mm.
They looked like fucking idiots running around all the time. They didn't look like they were didn't know how to play football. It looks like they just hired kids off the street to fucking play. Yeah, you know, these looked like football players. Yeah, they looked like they knew what they're doing. They knew the assignment.
Yeah. Will Anderson, let's touch on him for a second. You know, no big play, no sack. I don't even know if he recorded a tackle. He might have. If he did, it was one.
Dude, check it out. The sun just came up over the mountain.
It's cool.
It's fucking badass. Huh? Dope, y'all can't see it, but it's fucking badass.
It's cool over there. Yeah. But Will getting a lot of pressure is what I like. And
his box score won't show what he was doing, but he was blowing up plays, man. He was affecting plays.
Yeah, getting a lot of pressure. Love to see that. Because I mean, goddamn, Will Anderson. If you can get pressure like that consistently, we're gonna have a great time with you in the NFL. That's what I'll
have
say.
A really fun time with you, because that's exactly what we need. We need a cornerstone.
Yeah. The defense looks great. Not much more to say about it. They look good. I'm not shocked.
A few standouts. A few standouts. Grenard, he's healthy. He looks like he's going to be a factor. Could be a Pro Bowler this year, man.
I hope so.
I mean, he looks athletic.
I thought maybe last year he would, but I don't think anyone in that defense last year was going to thrive. So I'm not shocked.
I really hope this is not fucking with the exposure, but it's fine. It's 4K.
It's fine.
Either future, bro.
Yeah.
Denzel Perryman.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. 2 years ago, he's a Pro Bowler. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like it. He's going to be the starter right next to Christian Harris.
Absolutely.
I mean, we were kind of talking about eventually, Henry To'oTo'o, fucking Blake Cashman, who's going to be other starter? It's going to be Denzel Perryman.
Yeah.
Denzel Perryman's getting the majority of the snaps. He's a veteran, man.
He's a veteran. He's a Pro Bowler. He's a guy that we paid good money to, honestly. I mean, nothing crazy, but we paid him good money.
Give him money. We gave you money.
Yeah. So, I'm not – he needs to be starting. But you mentioned Henry To'oTo'o. And here's what I'm really happy about is one thing in recent years the Texans haven't been in close to is embarrassment of riches of linebackers, especially middle linebackers. Mm-hmm. And right now, it seemed like we might be getting to a point because Henry To'oTo'o had a great game.
Yeah, no, he actually did come in and he looked really good. He
recorded 5 tackles.
Yeah.
2 solos. Looked great. And that's someone who I've been really excited for.
Yeah.
Him and I've talked about it before, but him and Will Anderson playing together at Alabama means a lot. I think that's going to come into play. You're right. I think our starting linebackers this year are going to be Christian Harris and Denzel Perryman. But I think here in the future, Henry To'oTo'o will be that full-time linebacker next to Christian Harris after Denzel Perryman is gone. And because I assume Denzel Perryman is going to be one of those guys that's on the team for maybe 2 years. I don't know if we'll re-sign him after, especially if Henry is ready.
Yeah. Don't have a crystal ball, but I'll tell you what, we have depth now. I feel good. I feel good about that position. Mm-hmm. I feel good about that group, man.
Me too.
They were flying around. Let's touch on secondary a little bit. They looked physical. They're flying around as well. Mm-hmm. Overall, just
the defense was great.
Defense. I mean, we're hearing, like, I don't know what that list was the other day. Someone told me, but they predicted us to have a top 10 defense last year. And at the outside, I had to scoff a little. Like, no way, dude. We're so bad. What? The inside, the inner child, me, who's been a Texans fan since like 2009 or whatever,
right,
was like, I think so. You're fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't this be? I mean, bunch of fucking ballers out there, dude. D'Amico Ryan's fucking calling defensive plays, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I don't think I kind of know what you mean about the Athletics said we'd have a top 10 defense. That's a little out of pocket, but it's possible.
No, it's not. Keep that same energy, dude. Love that shit.
Yeah. But let's touch on this. Because we might need to wrap up fairly soon.
Yeah.
Tank Dell. We haven't talked about
him
yet.
Man. 2 words, Tank Dell. We're saving the best for last, buddy.
Definitely the standout of the game, getting all the national media attention.
And look, like I was saying this before, I'm a Houston boy. I went to U of H. Didn't graduate. Went to U of H. I think that's important to note.
You don't have to tell people.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Disregard that.
Yeah, you went to
U of H. I'm a U of H Cougar, man. Loved watching Tank Dell for the last few years. was so excited when we drafted him because basically I've said this in other pods. We're basically taking what he does because his skills are easily transitioned to the pros. I mean, he's unguardable. His route running is crazy. He's shifty, and he's just changing uniforms and moving 15 minutes away from where he lives, and he's playing there. And he looked comfortable in this league. Granted, it's preseason. It's his debut. The dude was open. The dude was unguardable all night long. He had dominated a single drive and then scored that crazy touchdown, that back shoulder touchdown.
Yeah, well, which it was like that, and then it popped up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, granted, he should have caught it at first, but the important thing is he finished the play, kept the concentration. People were tweeting at him because that was a big league play right there.
Yeah, it was. Also, Tank Dell, phenomenal. Love it. I don't think any of us are shocked about that. I do want to give credit where credit's due, even if it's not totally deserved, and I'll get into why. Davis Mills did play very well. He's 9 for 12 with a touchdown for about 98 yards, I believe. Now, Davis is a guy who has obviously last year played against every defense in the league. Not every defense, but a lot of the defenses in the league, like full regular season. So obviously, if he's going to come, he's a guy who, if he comes in a preseason game playing like a second team defense, you better show out.
Yeah,
but
he was quick and he was efficient.
He looked good. Not saying this.
But he seems like
if there's a world where Davis wins that job over CJ, not for like the whole season, but for maybe the first 4 or 5 weeks or so, I could see that happening, especially if CJ struggles in the rest of the preseason. I don't think it's a knock on CJ. I think it's more just like letting CJ get his feet wet in the NFL, really watch the speed of a regular season game, because there is a formula that we're noticing in the NFL right now with how to develop young quarterbacks, and a lot of them are sitting. Unless you're like a guy like Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow, who you just know they're going to come out. And even Trevor struggled for a long time.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I am so proud of you. Because I remember a few years ago we were having a conversation where you were fully on the train of throw them out there and let them get their reps. And I was like, no. You could totally diminish their entire process and their progression. You're like, they'd get better. What do you mean? But I mean, I feel like sometimes there are people that doesn't matter with. It didn't matter with Joe Burrow. It didn't matter with like other guys. But CJ could be one of those guys where he benefits from sitting for the first half a season. Yeah, he could benefit from it. I mean, he's looked good in practice. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no denying that. And so far, everyone's been raving and saying he's QB1. But we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the preseason goes.
Yeah, right. It just depends. That's right. It just depends. I mean, and you're right about the thing about. But that was a few years ago. It was just a different. I've seen it progress in ways where it's just happening. I mean, and I hate to talk about Mahomes or compare anything to Mahomes because he's incomparable. You can't compare anyone to him.
Well, he sat for his first year.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what and so I'm like, if Davis is playing well enough.
You know who didn't sit for his first year?
Who?
Zach Wilson.
He sure didn't.
What are we doing?
Exactly. But so it would be interesting to see. Here's the deal. If Davis is going to play, Davis is still a young player too. Davis is only going into his third
I'm older
season.
than both.
And so there's still not as much potential as CJ, but there's still room for Davis to become a very solid quarterback in this league.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the future of the Texans and CJ isn't, but what I'm saying is that Davis can be a good player. And here's the deal. Davis he's been having a solid camp. That's what's been said. And after seeing him yesterday, he looks good. He looks like a good quarterback. And so, I don't know. I'm interested to see how that goes down. I think the consensus was that this quarterback battle was over. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. No QB1 has been named yet. Mm-hmm. All right, no QB1 has been named yet, so it's not over. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad that both guys are getting their reps. CJ, make those mistakes now because I don't want you making them when we're in a fucking Super Bowl in 3 years.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, 100%.
Fucking a. What fucking animals all around us. You hear that?
Yeah.
Fucking God, this place is scary, dude.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
We're gonna wrap it up, but
yeah, we'll
real quick, going forward, what are some things you want to see in the next preseason game? Some improvements, some different changes with how we call plays. Like what's something you want to see different?
I mean, I think the obvious is give me. I just want CJ to play better. I want to see more. I want to see more time from CJ. I want to see him get more than 2 drives. He's a rookie. I get it. Miko, Staff, Bobby Slowick. I get it. You scared. You want him to get hurt. I don't blame you. I don't want that either. But he needs reps. Let's keep him out there, please. So he's not a top 10 quarterback in this league. He's not a guy you put out for 2 drives because you know what he'll do in the regular season. We don't. Let him play. I want to see more from. I want to see John Mechie out there more.
Also very nice to see Mechie
phenomenal
and catching.
I know.
We didn't note that.
That's crazy.
It's something. It is something very special to
see,
note.
and I want to see. I'm excited to see more of him. I want to see Will Anderson get a fucking. I want to see Will Anderson hit a quarterback.
You want to see him eat a quarterback?
Yeah.
I want to see him eat a quarterback as well.
Yeah.
I want to see him eat one.
Quickly.
I want to see defense keeping going. You know, one thing I want to see. I think this is a perfect golden opportunity to make Tank Dell into your Debo Samuel. Start integrating him more into different kinds of plays, gadget plays, receiving, like run the ball with him. I want to see him punt return. I want to see him punt return more.
Yeah.
You know, I think Tank Dell is a special talent, and although you don't want to use him too much because he's 150 pounds soaking wet, you don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah.
But dude, that guy is special talent. I want to see him involved more.
Yeah.
Get him involved more. Get the ball to him.
I agree.
He even said Davis threw it low to him at one point, and he went up to Davis and said, "Go get it up. Get it up so I can stay on my feet."
Yeah.
In the very next play, threw it up right here, and then he broke it. He had 15 yards yak after that. So that's what I want to see.
No, I do too. Also, one last thing real quick. Dameon Pierce. Let's get some reps. Dameon Pierce absolutely changes the game when he's in. So, all right, guys.
Yep.
That's Off the Gridiron, live from Wyoming. We might be doing one more of these.
We'll
maybe
do
not.
another.
Out here, but if not, we'll be back in studio.
Mountain and do one, dude.
Yeah, dude. We'll do something like that. But, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow Apollo Texans on Twitter. That's where we tweet all the Texan stuff for this podcast.
Yeah, dude.
And leave a like, subscribe, all the good stuff. We do Houston sports content all the time.
What were some things you loved seeing in week 1 or preseason week 1, and what were some things you hated seeing?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, let us know down in the comments. Interested to hear what y'all have to say. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching.
Yep.
We'll see you later.
Watch football.
Watch football.